Delivery drivers, what's the most unexpected situation you've walked into while delivering? I was delivering a pizza on a quiet Tuesday night, just a usual shift, when I arrived at a house with an eerily dark driveway. I knocked on the door, and after a couple of minutes, a woman opened it. She looked flustered, as if she'd just sprinted from the other side of the house. She quickly glanced over her shoulder, then leaned in and whispered, "Do you mind stepping inside? It's safer." Now, we're strictly not supposed to go inside customers' houses, but something about her tone made me pause. Before I could say anything, there was a loud thud from somewhere in the back of the house. Her face paled, and she hissed, "Please, just come in and close the door." Against my better judgment, I stepped inside, and she quickly shut the door behind me, locking it with a loud click. I started to ask her what was going on, but before I could get a word out, she motioned for me to be quiet. She led me into the living room and whispered, "I think there's someone in the house." My stomach dropped. I just walked into what looked like the setup for a horror movie. She pointed to a dark hallway leading to the back rooms and said she'd heard strange noises for the last half hour, but every time she got close, the noises would stop. She looked too scared to investigate alone, so I found myself, pizza box still in hand, tiptoeing down the hall with her following right behind me. We stopped outside one of the doors at the end of the hall, which was cracked open just enough to see that the light was on inside. I gently pushed the door open and saw a life-sized mannequin dressed in what looked like a Halloween costume, standing in the middle of the room. Its face was painted like a clown, and I nearly dropped the pizza from the shock. She let out a small scream, which startled me so much that I did a double take, wondering if the mannequin had actually moved. Just then, I heard laughter from behind me. Her teenage son came around the corner, absolutely losing it. He'd set up the whole thing, planting the mannequin in the room and sneaking around to make creepy noises to freak his mom out. I stood there, stunned, still holding the pizza as he kept laughing, and she finally put it together that she'd been pranked. She looked embarrassed but also like she wanted to throttle him for nearly giving her, and me, a heart attack. She apologized and paid a huge tip, saying, "For your trouble, and for not running out the door."